Vivid Radio. Vivid Radio.
Follow us on Twitter at Vivid Radio SXM.
It's the single life. Sam Phillips and her crew. It's the single life. Life.
Hey, you guys, it is The Single Life, broadcasting live from the Vivid World headquarters because you're listening to Vivid Radio, Sirius XM 791 and vividradio.com. And boy, do I have a crew with me in studio today, you guys. And it's so funny because the fucking phone lines are filling up already because they know I've got Chyna. And not what's between my legs, which is sometimes called Chyna, but the actual wrestler, the world famous, iconic Chyna. Welcome to the show. And Jayden Cole, my favorite co-host to ever have sit with me. And I kind of say that to a lot of people, but I really mean it to you.
I know. I'm just kidding. Thank you so much. And thank you for having me on the day of Chyna.
Oh, me too.
Oh, my
exciting.
Oh, my God. Okay. So this is huge news. Chyna, you just got back from 4 years in Tokyo, and you grace us here at Vivid Radio, The Single Life, with your presence. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, so do you remember back in the day when I hosted a TV show called Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus?
Yes.
And you came on and you were a great guest back then? And look, it's like 2001. That was in 2001.
Was it really?
So 14 years later, dude.
I can't even believe it.
Here we are. And can I tell you, you look better now than you did then. You look younger. You look fresher. I don't know what the fuck you were doing in Tokyo, but it agreed with you. So tell us, what's...
Well, so I feel better. Thank you for that. And gorgeous as well. Oh, my gosh. You guys are like, wow.
We're penthouse pets, so
but-
that's an expectation, Jayden Cole.
You kind of find your way. I think like in your early 20s, like I look better than I did 5-10 years ago just because I learned how to take care of myself more properly.
Yeah.
Makes
well, you know what
all
it
the
was?
difference.
It was so funny because when I was wrestling, it was all about the body, right? And I liked my body then. And it was like, of course, it was like...
You were bigger. You were definitely bulkier.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then after wrestling, I did everything opposite. I started doing yoga, no lifting weights. I started doing yoga. I went vegetarian. And last year, I went vegan.
Whoa.
Then when I was in Tokyo, I was just like in this spiritual world. And it was like, I could see myself reversing, just like mentally, physically, everything was like, just so awesome.
Rejuvenating.
So I feel really good right now.
Okay, so you have several things happening in your life. I mean, you have many things happening in your life. First and foremost, you have a Kickstarter.
Yes.
That is for a documentary called The Resurrection of Chyna. Tell me about that.
The reconstruction of
Oh,
Chyna.
shit.
Yes.
Oh, no. I have reconstruction.
A lot of people are
There's
saying
resurrection.
That. The reconstruction of Chyna, and this is really, I'm super excited about it because I'm an executive producer on this, working with filmmaker like Eric Angra, and who's like this spectacular documentarian, and we're kind of doing it not just about my life, but it's about pulp culture and the media, and we're following myself over the year and over the transition from wrestling to all the things that have done and I'm doing now, and talking about that in the public eye. And so we're going to film for an entire year. We started on the 9th when I landed from Tokyo, on the 9th of June, and we'll finish next June. And I'm also in the interim campaigning during the documentary to get into the
Hall of Fame.
The Hall of Fame. So we'll see if that happens.
How could you not be in the Hall of Fame?
Well,
Come on. That's a bunch of bullshit.
Well, I would like to hear that directly with them, which I've been trying to get meetings and we're showing all that, but nobody's talked to me yet so far. But
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know one female wrestler. Can you name one female wrestler besides Chyna?
No, she's the first and foremost.
It's
also like
the only name that is synonymous with female wrestling.
She was my wrestling crush.
Oh,
you had to
Sapphire.
be the first major female wrestler that was like on Hulk Hogan level as far as popularity.
Yes.
Oh, well, there's no doubt. And plus, that was when the business was changed to a public company, became a billion-dollar company, you know? Like,
Right.
I was there for all of that. So, but, you know, I don't know why I wasn't inducted into the Hall of Fame before my adult entertainment, but I think that it's kind of vague.
Right.
From what I've heard, you know, like if you Google my name, you know, Hunter's 8-year-old kid is going to see, you know, which I'm assuming is the adult entertainment industry. But the thing is that I think that they're expecting me to go on all these shows and like make me like feel sorry or regret those choices, which is exactly the opposite. And
we are so lucky to have you in the adult industry.
exactly
Are you
the
kidding me?
opposite.
Somebody like you?
And it's baffling to me that, you know, one company, one field of entertainment can cast a stone on another field of entertainment that
Agreed.
millions and millions of people watch, you know?
I mean,
So-
suffice it to say, perhaps the porn industry might make more money than the World Wrestling Organization does. I'm just saying.
And you know what? That was my choice, and it was a sexy, safe choice with the.
What was it
That's
like?
gonna-
What
are
was
you
it
kidding?
like doing
Why wouldn't I
your
do
video?
that?
I
The
mean,
best.
like,
How was it for you?
wow.
Did you get to like direct and like dictate what you wanted to do? Was it like fulfilling your fantasies?
Well, I think the first one was really different because I was out of my element. Although, you know, I had done movies before and other stuff, and I knew how to take direction, if you will,
Right.
and get in position.
It's like combining blocking as if you're on a movie set and combining like having a sexual partner that's very like dominant and telling you what to do. It's a combination of those two worlds.
And kind of like when I was doing it before it ever came out, when I had made the choice to do that, I did wonder in my mind, I was like, what are other people going to think? What are other people going to think? You know, but it was more, to be honest, it was more because I thought that they would be mean to me, like say I was ugly or that I was looked a certain way or something, because I'd gotten that so much of my, you know, in WWE I was a beast, you know, it was like, whatever, you have to be that way. And
to wrestle.
know, then I was in this world with like, you know,
Glamour
beautiful
models,
people, you know, gorgeous women and men, you know, and it was like, but I loved it. I mean, like,
how liberating was it to actually perform on camera in that realm?
you know, the camera wasn't even a thing for me.
Wow.
Like I had been in a very abusive relationship before that too. And I hadn't really been with a whole lot of guys after that, with exception to the fact maybe a couple if I was like really, really ripped enough, you know, trying to get there.
Right.
But so I figured doing that also as well would give me a chance to get back in the saddle, if you will. Yeah. And it did. That's exactly what it did.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, that is amazing. And I remember it was such a big deal when you came out with the first film because, you know, it's one thing to be a centerfold and an adult performer and be in that world. And you were the first person that came from that genre. And almost, I want to say, before celebrity sex tapes became popular, I think you were probably the first or one of the very first celebrities to come out in an adult film. And that pioneered, by the way, in my opinion, the road for many after you. So I'd like to thank you.
Oh, well, thank you.
Especially going with like a top company that knows how to promote you in the way that you want to be promoted.
Yeah.
Well, of course. And that's why I'm so, you know, coming back from Tokyo, you know, going away and coming back, and the first thing that everybody's slamming me with is, oh, well, you know, the thing and the porn, and you just went, oh, and I'm like, are you kidding? And I think, like, without realizing that I was just saying that, I was just very honest, and then people are starting to go like, oh, whoa, wait a minute, you know?
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, yeah. Well, because, like, you know, you're not going to make me feel bad about
a choice that you made.
You know, that's
Sometimes when it takes like that one-on-one conversation face to face with someone who has questions or assumptions like that, who would make a negative assumption like that, to get how you're really feeling about it, how it's not just the scary thing that you think it would be for you when someone's coming, you know? Like when they understand that, oh, I'm content and happy and look at all these opportunities I've been presented with. It's been good for me.
And that's part of like the documentary, for example, that I'm doing is like, it's talking about pulp culture and how, you know, they're building up the perception of how they want, you know, where they want me to be. Right. You know, like this train wreck.
They'll tell you how they want you to feel.
Whatever, you know. And yeah, and it's kind of funny to me. You know,
they're like putting their fucking bullshit on you.
Right. Yeah. And it's just, I'm able to talk about it now and just feel very centered, and it's kind of just, it's weird actually.
And you own it, dude. Like, why should anybody feel bad for anything that they've ever decided to do? Period. End of story. That's all other people's shit that they're putting on you.
Yeah. And regarding the Hall of Fame and stuff too, if that's the reason, you know, because, you know, what are the reasons beforehand? I don't know, right? There are no reasons beforehand, but, you know, I'm doing something that's not illegal.
Right.
I'm not hurting anybody.
Nope.
You know, it's, like I said, it's so.
Did you
I'm you know, I'm going to promote that.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Did you make 2 movies for us? Was it 2?
2 movies.
One Night in China and Backdoor to China?
No. One Night in China was the Ex's tape.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I didn't even know what's going on with that one. So like I have not wanted to promote it and get into it and all this stuff. It's just like, so I said what I had to say on that one, and, you know, just back and forth, and I'm done with it, you know. Right. But what I did with Vivid, the first one was Backdoor to China. And
I love it.
Which was so funny because I was just like, okay, you want an adult movie? We're going to give it to you, baby.
Do it
and
right.
I remember looking out and seeing the Hollywood sign and thinking like, look, Mom, I made it to Hollywood.
I love it. Hey, you guys, oh, God. What? I was about to give out the phone number of 97.1. Where was my fucking head, Sapphire? I was about to go 520. Yeah, but you know what? Didn't Christy Canyon or Julia Ann or somebody do that last week? Didn't somebody?
Christy did it for the old Playboy channel.
Yes.
It always happens.
It's so weird because you just get in the radio zone and numbers. I'm terrible with numbers. I'm dyslexic. I don't remember them.
I'm terrible with numbers too.
So like once they're in the head, they're in the head. But then sometimes when I go to try and call for a number through the file cabinet, some other number pops up. Okay, to get on air with us, it's 855-998-4843, 855-99-VIVID. We've got Chyna in studio, Jayden Cole, Sam Phillips, Ms. Radio Sapphire. Follow all of us, all of us on social media. On Twitter, I'm at The Single Life. On Instagram, I'm Sam's Pajama Party. Jayden Cole.
Just Jayden Cole. I have nothing interesting to add to my handles.
But that's so great. And Ms. Radio Sapphire is Sapphires. And then Chyna, yours is Chyna Joan Lauer.
Right.
On both Instagram and Twitter.
Yes.
Okay. So with
we are working on the name game again. You know, my name is legally Chyna.
Right.
So just for everybody out there, just so they know too what's going on.
Yeah. No.
I mean, for those that know me as Joni and like have known me and that's cool and everything. But
I even asked you in the beginning, I said, do you want me to call you Joni or do you want me to call you Chyna? And you're like, Chyna, my name's Chyna.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like some of my friends, you know, like would call me Joni, you know, but so the name's legally Chyna, and then so we're still trying to like verify and get all the names and all that stuff. So, but for right now, we're syncing everything together. Chyna Joan Lauer.
And then your Kickstarter, if people wanted to participate and be a part of it, do they go to therealchina.com or where do they find it?
Well, they can go on Kickstarter Chyna.
Okay.
But the new website that takes you directly to Kickstarter also is therealchina.com.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you, Sammy.
Oh, yeah, of course. I want to get that out there as many times as possible.
Wonderful. And this is awesome because this is going to... The reason we're doing the Kickstarter is because it's a movie by the fans for the fans. They're part of it. They're part of this whole thing. So that's why we're doing it this way. You know, none of us are getting paid.
Right.
It's all going towards expenses. I flew
Are you
in
giving
from
away
Tokyo.
like rewards and stuff?
We're going to start doing that. I'm doing Skype chats, and we'll even make some visits.
Whoa!
as I travel around the country.
Yeah.
And
meet and greets.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Direct meet and greets.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Can you
Which is
imagine where Chyna would actually stop into your hometown, ring your doorbell,
Right.
and come sit and have a cup of coffee?
Yes.
That's kind of scary.
Not only we're doing this all over the United States, but we're doing this all over the world. So
Wow. I'm so impressed, dude.
Yes.
I love you.
I'm so excited.
I would be too. That's awesome.
So since we have you in studio and you...
and also, I'm
what?
sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
And even for the lowest donation, what we're doing is a $15 donation, and then we're putting everybody's name at the end of the movie as a credit so that the fans really feel like they're participating in this documentary, which they are.
That's
excellent.
So
I love it.
thought that was a really cool thing.
That
a
is amazing
perfect
because
thing
then
to
they're
do.
linked with you synonymous for forever.
Yeah, and they're a part of
Yeah.
what I'm doing this year. So it's just really exciting.
That's awesome. Since you are the preeminent, world famous female wrestler, there's nobody like you, nobody since, nobody before, nobody after. I thought it's the single life. We talk about sex, dating, shit like that here. I thought, sex wrestling.
Okay.
When you are with your man or with your woman, guys, and you're doing a little rough and tumble foreplay, have you ever, because, in your wrestling days, whenever, did you ever prelude your sexcapades with some wrestling? Because sometimes it's fun as a foreplay, and sometimes you don't plan it. You just end up like leg wrestling, and then it ends up arm wrestling, and then all of a sudden you're on top of him, he's on top of you, pinning you down. Sex happens.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think it's fun to play wrestle with guys that I'm dating or whatever, the guys that you have around. But yeah, I feel like I've tried to do the lesbian wrestling too. And I always end up just getting giggly and kind of silly. If I know if I'm attracted to her, it's a little hard for me to take it seriously. And so that's my struggle, is that I'm just too lover, not enough fighter.
Right.
But yeah, and I always lose my mind. Like I forget proper moves and proper positioning and things like that. If I'm just end up being flirty, and then I kind of lose it. I get on a one-track mind. I can't combine the two.
See, it's
Jayden,
funny because
I'll
when
teach
I...
you.
What?
I'll teach Jayden.
Oh, yes. Sapphire will certainly throw you around, Jayden. That's for a fact.
They don't call it the death grip for nothing.
Holy shit.
These legs, baby.
Do you like to wrestle around with your girls and your guys, Sapphire?
Yes, I do.
Now, do you always end up on top? Do you give up and are on the bottom?
Sometimes I'll give up to be on the bottom, but mostly I'll go on top.
See, I'm such an alpha chick that even if the guy's bigger and stronger, I still have to win. So I will be like, I'm like trying to like pin him down. And then literally I always date really big guys because they have to be bigger than me. I want to feel safe. And then literally they can just like pick me up, throw me over their shoulder and like take me into
Spin you around.
Exactly. It's like,
Yeah, that's very sexy. I'll tell you, in my own personal life, the funny thing is that even after wrestling every day in my sexual life, I've never done that.
oh my gosh.
But I have, like, if we're at a party or I'm just with my boy friends, you
Right.
know.
Will you take him down?
I love, like, body slamming them on the bed, or if we're in the water, if there's a pool, you're going down, you know.
I love it.
It's funny. So I never really thought about it as a sexual thing.
Oh God!
You know,
Because
that
when you're
actually-
exerting yourself and like all of a sudden when you're like trying to like the push pull the dominant submissive action of
Yeah.
trying to overtake or be overtaken is hot.
I think it's because when you're actually doing it, when I'm actually doing it in the ring, it's a serious athleticism. So
Yeah.
you're not really thinking about that you're grabbing some guy's package.
Oh my God, can you imagine?
You know?
Hey, what's illegal to do in wrestling? Like, I know boxing, you can't do a low blow. Is there an illegal stance or situation you're not supposed to do in wrestling?
No,
Oh.
not really. Although it is kind of like a dance, so we try to refrain from injury, you know,
Yeah.
even though you're doing very dangerous things. But the only thing I knew was taboo on TV was nudity.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did they tell you like how revealing your outfits could be when you would go in the ring? Did you have something to say about that, or did they sort of go,
No.
"You're wearing this"?
No, I always made my own outfits.
Oh wow, I didn't know
Yes,
that.
I always designed my own outfits and made my own outfits. But I had so many wardrobe malfunctions. I mean,
Have your
really
boobs
crazy.
Oh out?
Oh, my tops just popped off. And I had to run
way.
back in the
With
middle
those
of the
tits?
match,
Holy shit! Oh my God, I think you would win. You would win just because people would be razzle dazzled by the boobs.
that was my biggest standing ovation.
All right, you guys, 855-99-VIVID. We have Brown Bear, John, Christina, Harry, and Adam hanging on the line, probably to talk to you, Chyna. Have some questions for you, you guys. Hit her with them. And also, are you into sexy wrestling? Do you ever get down and get dirty and wrestle when you're having sex?
Yeah, I'd
That's
like
my
to know
question.
that. Yeah,
I mean, like,
sure.
is it just me? I can't imagine it's just me. Hey, Adam in Ohio, welcome to the Single Life Vivid Radio, Sirius XM 791 and vividradio.com. Hey, Adam.
Hello, how you doing?
We are awesome. So, say hi to Chyna.
Well, hello, Chyna. It's nice to hear from you again.
Hello, Adam.
So, Adam, what do you think? Are you into wrestling with your lover, dominating them, submitting to them wrestling you?
Well, myself, I'm 6'4", 250, and I tend to date smaller women. So it usually doesn't go very well. It's not a real good matchup when that happens. So I can't say that I've done it personally, but I would like the opportunity to maybe be with a larger woman, like someone in the studio there, that might provide a little more of a better match between the two of us.
Ooh. Now, would you submit, Adam? Would you just go uncle and give it up?
Oh, no, I'm not submissive at all, really. I'd prefer to. I'd want to win if you want to ask it that way.
Okay.
Well, that's a good point, actually, because, I used to go on, talk shows and stuff, and the guys would always say, okay, let's arm wrestle. And I'd be like, okay. And then, of course, I know a lot of it, it's bizarre. I know a lot of it is athleticism, and I am, or was, very strong lady and did crazy things. But I always knew the guys are stronger and they're going to win.
Right. Right.
So I would think that we were just kind of play arm wrestling, and these guys would really go for it. I think they just really wanted to test my strength.
Yes.
So
that's interesting.
I get it. Yeah.
They probably really believed that you were going to beat them immediately just because of your status as a professional athlete.
Or not
wrestler.
even, but I think just to see.
Really
And
to
also
test
there's
it.
a weird
Just,
ego thing,
just-
this chick is the strongest chick in the world. Let me see if I can take her down.
Definitely.
Maybe I don't know. Both.
I mean, imagine the guy losing to you. Okay, that guy's a fucking pussy and a wimp. So that he's going to come out of the gate really strong and try and get you just out of fear.
He might like that too.
Exactly.
It's so true.
I would think that most of the guys would want to be submissive to you. Is that not the case?
Ooh, that's a good question. I would think it's the opposite. I would think because Chyna's known as being so strong, the testament of being a real man is to get her to submit.
Well, that's true.
It's a good question, and I don't know. You have to tell me because
Nobody
would ever really say anything. What
are you drawn to? Submitting or
I didn't have. I was with somebody the whole time. I was wrestling, but I never had a problem. Being asked out, or there was always interest there from a lot of athletes and a lot of rock stars and that type of thing, but
what are you naturally right now in your personal life?
I think guys just dug the fact that I was such a strong athlete,
Right. But do you like to in your personal life, do you like to submit in a lover situation, or do you like to be the dominant one in a sex lover situation?
Well, I am interested. I've been on this 50 Shades of Grey thing for forever because I just find that really
fucking Sapphire went
I
the
just
window.
find that totally sexy, and like,
So, do you want to be tied up, or do you want to tie someone else up?
no, I would love to be the submissive there.
Ooh.
Oh, I think that's an idea for a new film.
I think that a lot of women, or men as well, that are very dominant or in control of their life have a very polar opposite sexual tendencies. Like, I know we're all kind of in control. We're strong women
alpha
and alpha
chicks.
in
Yeah.
entertainment industry, all facets. And so when I'm with a guy, I totally like to just let go and submit and be told what to do and be kind of controlled in that way.
And I also
It's
like
more
to feel.
satisfying to
I
me.
also like to feel feminine
Yeah.
because I feel
Yes.
very masculine. I dress
Yes.
like a little lesbian in jeans and white t-shirts all the time.
dominate
and
an
flip-flops.
hour of radio
Yes.
that people listen to.
And,
Yeah.
and in wrestling, like I was, well, I had to be
Dominant.
strong and dominant, and to be able to stand my ground with the guys,
Right.
and so doing things like the movies and stuff like that is very, very freeing and
Empowering, I bet.
allowed me to embrace my sexuality and femininity, and that's awesome.
And guys like women who are good at something, who are big stars, who are, very skilled at something, and not just their looks. So you bring a lot to the table that a guy would be interested in.
Oh, well, thank you.
Wow, Adam, are we putting out applications?
Oh, not if you're in the room, Sam.
Adam's my Twitter boyfriend.
Oh,
Love
he-
you, Adam.
Yeah, we are virtual boyfriend and girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm the side chick.
Yeah, Jade's is the side piece. She's our little mistress. Hey, Adam, do you want to say anything else? Because I'm going to let you go.
Okay. Well, just with Chyna, I want to say I don't know much about wrestling, but I would say that I would be afraid that the WWE would say that if you wanted to be back in the Hall of Fame, that you'd have to come out and do some sort of embarrassing a confession. If I were you, I would not do that.
Well, there's nothing to confess. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
and I
But you
agree
know what
with
I
you
mean.
totally. And I think it's just about, I don't know if I'll get in or if I won't get in, but I certainly feel that I deserve to be in there, and I'm not going to quit until I'm never going to stop.
I wouldn't either. Honey, you
never
have a
gonna
place
stop.
in wrestling history, and they cannot fucking take it away from you. Adam, I love you so much. Follow Triple X Radio Fan, which is Adam on Twitter, and check out Chyna's Kickstarter for her documentary, The Reconstruction of Chyna. Go to follow her on Twitter and Instagram, Chyna Joan Lauer. And, of course, I'm the Singing Life, Jayden Cole, Ms. Radio Sapphire. We'll be right back with all
Follow us on Twitter at Vivid Radio SXM.
It's the single life.
Welcome back, you guys, to the Single Life Vivid Radio Sirius XM 791 and vividradio.com. Yeah! In studio, the world famous Chyna. Ladies and gentlemen, so excited. Of course, my co-host Jayden Cole, myself, Sam Phillips, Ms. Radio Sapphire. Yeah, that's right. Answering
of
all your
applauses.
calls. That's right. 855-99-VIVID, 855-998-4843. Please go to Kickstarter, look up Chyna, and support her documentary, The Reconstruction of Chyna. She's going to shoot it for an entire year, and you too can be a part of it. Just go either to Kickstarter or therealchina.com for
Yes.
information.
And thank you to all the fans who are participating in this. with
How
me.
exciting.
It's very
I mean,
exciting.
It's not every day that you get to be one-on-one with someone that you look up to, someone that you followed, someone that's your idol, someone that you're attracted to. And this is giving them a great opportunity to interact with you, to be a part of your life, to be a part of your documentary. It's fucking awesome.
Absolutely. I'm getting a lot of support, and even from you girls, it's just.
And we're going to
I love
Twitter
this
it. We're going to
because,
tweet it.
you
We're going
know,
to share the link and everything.
It is exciting. And you said it was $15 the minminimum to get the name
minimum
on the
is-
credits
yes.
for the Reconstruction of Chyna documentary.
Yes.
I'm so, that's exciting.
Isn't that great?
Yes.
It's
Isn't
so
that cool?
awesome. Yeah, it's fucking awesome, dude. So we got bunch of phone calls. Brown Bear, John, Christina, Harry, Jack. We're talking about, in honor of Chyna, sexy wrestling. If you guys, do it at home, do you do it with your partner? Does it turn you on? Does it lead to sex? And then another question, are you more dominant in bed? Are you more submissive in bed? Which do you prefer? 855-99-VIVID, 855-998-4843. Let's go to John in Arkansas. Welcome to The Single Life. Sam, Chyna, Jayden, and Sapphire. And John, welcome.
Hello, ladies.
Hi, John.
Hi, John.
Well, I shall try to refrain from making too many of my personal thoughts known in the wrestling sense, because I do follow that particular field, and I am quite opinionated in that regard, and I'm one of those people who feels that Chyna should be allowed in.
And by the way, John is in the wrestling world.
Oh, okay.
Why don't you tell Chyna what you do?
Well, I do a blog now and then, and just basic man on the street opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oriented stuff of each of the programs, where the directions are headed, my thoughts on the business in general, that sort of thing.
Very awesome, John. So what do you think about Chyna? She should be in the Hall of Fame. It shouldn't even be a question.
I do agree that she belongs there, and I believe that the whole adult issue that they will try to trot out there against her is completely bogus, and one of these things that it's a fine example of politics at its best.
And worst.
It's time for everybody to get down off their high horse and get over it. She was a consenting adult. It's perfectly fine. It wasn't marketed to anybody under the age of a certain age. So.
And also, wasn't it done after you were a wrestler? Was it, or was it at the same time?
I didn't do adult until what was it, 7 years after? 8 years?
That's what I'm saying. Like, how can you vilify someone for something that they choose to do almost a decade after doing your thing?
The first female face of professional wrestling, people.
The only intercontinental title holding the man's belt. It was such an amazing time and wrestling overall.
Yeah,
I think it's the most sexist move that someone can take. Because, I mean, think about all the other wrestlers in that field that have been in the Hall of Fame. They each have their own scandals.
Yeah, everybody has a fucking skeleton in the closet.
Exactly. That's another thing. I mean,
petulant,
if you ask me, there's nothing PG about wrestling overall. I mean, their perception of what they try to make it.
Right.
Okay. But
it's all sexy girls. I mean, it's all like sexy storylines.
People are throwing each other around.
Exactly. It might as well be like a softcore porn at the end of the day.
It's flashy.
And exciting. And mind you, I always love that about wrestling too. I love the bells and whistles. I'm not saying those are the best days of my life, but those best days are continuing, and I want my due in the Hall of Fame.
And you should have every right.
John, why don't you write a blog, John, about it?
What do you
I might have to do that because basically the way I look at this is this whole politics side of it is ridiculous, and it's just them being petulant against her due to disagreements they may have had in the past over business and the direction of where they were going to take her. I think it gets on my nerves because they do this whole PG thing, and then they do this whole, we like to do family entertainment, and we like to do philanthropic gestures to make ourselves look great in the public eye. Come down off your high horse.
Yeah, and not only that, but I truly believe that we all know that, Hunter and Stephanie were having an affair. And that's when I found out about it after a year of this going on, is when I was let go from the company. And I've never spoken to anybody since. So, I'm not obsessed with the guy. I'm, not in love with him anymore, although he still holds this good place. I have no problems here. There's no beef on my end.
Yeah.
Except for the way that they handled my business afterwards.
Right.
So, I hope that they're happily married with their kids, and I'm proud of Hunter for being where he is. that's all good.
Yeah.
You know, that's
it.
That's
there you
it.
go. That's
So
your stance.
What's the problem?
Exactly.
I'll go you one better in the respect of, due to my opinions, I'm much like one of your former coworkers, Mr. Heyman, that they would probably send me home a large majority of the time when they disagreed with what I thought too. And I would be perfectly happy with that. Actually, I would probably be the one that would be sent kicking and screaming out of the building, swearing at them if they were trying to send me out. That's my problem. I'm so passionate on my view stance.
I see where you're coming from, but I really, I'm not doing any of this in a malicious, vicious.
You're just
trying
living
to
your life.
Attack anybody or revenge or what? It's not about that at all. So it's really just not about that. If anything, it's it's
seeking your place, which you're properly owed, in my opinion.
I was a part of a wonderful.
And you helped build it. I'm so sorry. But
100%.
you were part of its entire popularity and where it is today. Hey, John, we're also talking about like sexy wrestling and being dominant or submissive in bed. Which are you, and do you wrestle around with your ladies?
Dominant personality, my dear. It's just one of those things. I couldn't be submissive if I tried.
Now, do you do wrestling as foreplay at all?
It's happened once or twice.
Why is this not a more popular thing? Why doesn't everybody wrestle? I don't understand. I don't.
Well, I mean, beyond the norm. I mean, the normal, tussling about here and there, playful tussling. I mean, nothing beyond that, but...
Like, I would actually say to my ex, hey, let's wrestle.
Don't you think that girls, it's just fun if you just to like
feel their
to play
strength.
and
and feel their muscles.
Like you said, you like bigger guys, so you would just kind of like jump on them and
try and take them down and no.
I have a confession to make. I being that I am only 5'7", I kind of go for the taller girls. So. Chyna in height is right up my alley.
Yeah.
I love it. Everybody calling in, you're right up their alley, lady.
Yes, my daddy always told me, put on your high heels and rock the tallness.
Yes.
I love that.
We're proud.
And some of us like to live vicariously through that tall height, too. Because we lack it ourselves.
Hey, John, I'm going to let you go, if that's okay. I want to try and get in a couple more
calls.
Perfectly
fine, my dear.
And everybody follow TDG Jam, which is John on Twitter. Right?
Thank you, my dear.
Okay.
Yes, correct.
I love you
Have
very
a
much.
wonderful afternoon, ladies.
Thank you, John. Bye. All right. It's a single life, Vivid Radio, Sirius XM 791 and vividradio.com. To get on air, 855-99-VIVID, 855-998-4843. We have Chyna in studio, Jayden Cole, Ms. Radio Sapphire, myself, Sam Phillips, taking all your calls, talking about wrestling, talking about celebrity sex tapes that Chyna's done, talking about the reconstruction of Chyna documentary on Kickstarter, talking about the Hall of Fame, talking about wrestling and sex. And let's go to Jack in North America. Welcome to the Single Life, Jack. Jack.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hi.
You're
here.
I don't want to miss Chyna. I'm here. Don't hang up.
You're here. We're here. What's going on, dude? Talk to us.
Well, I'm into wrestling. I've actually at times had sessions with some professional female bodybuilders.
Oh, you mean like sex sessions with them?
Yeah, how does that tell us more about that? Like I'm interested in that.
Yeah.
Okay, well what about it?
Well, I'm interested why, I mean, does it excite you sexually, or is it just like would you look at it as like a fetish type of thing? Like, explain it to me.
Yes. Yeah, okay. Well, first of all, the way they get that development, I'm trying to say this the right way, causes certain physical changes, if you will. So that's part of it right there in terms of the appeal, if you will, the look, the demeanor, and things like that, and they tend to be, pretty aggressive.
Do you see yourself as submissive, Jack?
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh.
I like it. So you basically hire ladies to come and wrestle around with you?
Yeah, that's basically it. I mean, you can find them online and things like that. And
may I make a suggestion to you? I suggest that you donate to Chyna's Kickstarter documentary, The Reconstruction of Chyna, and you never know. If you give enough money, she could end up coming on over.
Okay.
At least have coffee with you, if nothing else.
Sure. Well, I've seen one of her movies, and I love her and her appearance. One of the things that turns me on about certain women that are that developed is they most always have quite a large clit. That's what these bodybuilders have. So I don't know if you've ever seen that before, but it looks very, very interesting. Let's put it that way.
Ooh, I have not.
I haven't either. I want
to see it.
Yeah.
I would like to see a large clit right now. Sapphire, pull it out. Actually, Sapphire has a little fortune cookie, and I swear to God, she does not possess a clit. It is not even. It doesn't.
I have a clit.
It's
I
not
used
even
to
in
have
there.
my clit pierced.
It's not even. Oh, bullshit!
Yes.
She doesn't have one. I'm telling you,
have
it's
a
like this
clit.
little crazy cookie, and there's like nothing there.
Okay, poor Chyna's gonna be like, well, I want to see this bitch's clit now. What the hell?
Do you have access to the internet there? Because I can tell you a site to pull up where you can see
large clits. Sure. Let's go.
Yeah.
It's there. We just found one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Whoa.
I think that is a little bigger than any of us expected.
Yeah. Whoa.
Whoa.
Thank you, Sapphire.
So true.
My word.
Definitely not hard to find that clit.
No. And you know what? For guys that are confused or like just starting out, I say find a lady with a large clit. Then oh my God, what's up with her boobs? Whoa.
This is what happens when girls look at other girls' bodies on the internet.
We're like, what? Oh my God, Sapphire, that one could fuck you right there.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, there you go. I fully understand what you're saying now.
Yeah.
100%. I actually think that's fucking hot. You know, it's like the best of all worlds. It's like feminine. It's kind of like a little penis. There's muscles. There's boobs. It's beautiful. I get it, Jack. I get it.
Yep.
Well,
yeah.
I appreciate your call. This is great. You just expanded our brain.
Yeah.
What, Sapphire? I cannot hear hand signals. Oh, yeah. I was going there. Don't you worry.
Oh, that was a personal request.
Okay, there you go. Hey, Jack, you're the greatest Jack in North America. We appreciate your phone call here at Vivid Radio.
All right, thanks.
And don't forget, follow Chyna. It's at Chyna Joan Lauer on Twitter and Instagram, therealchyna.com, Kickstarter, Chyna, The Reconstruction of Chyna. Check it out. So we have a special person on the phone for you, Chyna.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. His name is Masturbator Chris.
Masturbator Chris.
Yes. Welcome to the show, Masturbator Chris.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, we're doing awesome. Meet Chyna and Jayden and Sapphire and Sam. Chris?
Hey, hi.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Chyna.
So I got a little note from the producer that you want to come for Chyna.
Uh-huh.
Wow. So what turned you on about Chyna? Can you tell us really quick before you come?
Her nice pussy lips.
Ooh. Wow. I like that. And what do you imagine them doing to you? Are they wrapping around the head of your penis right now?
Oh, yeah. Chyna, can you moan for me?
Do you want me to do it? Believe me, you don't want me to do it, Chris. It'll sound like some drag queen. I don't want to confuse things. It's me, Sam Phillips.
That's funny. Oh, and we're like, who's talking? Who's moaning? Who's what?
Here,
going on in here?
Jayden, you do it.
Oh, well, I was just going to ask him, like, what positions he was thinking of.
Yes.
I know that.
Chyna, I want to come right now, Chyna.
Oh, there he goes. Thinking about those pussy lips?
Oh.
There it is.
Yeah.
Where in your imagination, in your fantasy land, did you just shoot that cum? Was it on Chyna's face, on her tits, on her beautiful pussy lips, on her ass, on her toned stomach? Where?
On her big ass titties.
Ooh.
Now you should clean that shit
Gorgeous
up.
breasts.
Yeah, we know who's the dominant one in this room. Sapphire. Now clean that shit up, Chris.
Clean that shit up, Chris.
Really nice to come with you, Chris. Thank you for that. That was awesome. Wasn't that exciting?
Yes.
That was quick and painless.
I
He
was
was
gonna
already
say-
halfway there by the time he got on the phone with us, I'm sure.
It was even the way that he said it. He said it so fast. He's like, can I come for China? I was like, what? Can I come for China? I was like, I'll ask.
That's crazy that guys can be so in control of how and when they come.
I remember.
It's
Do you remember?
interesting.
Do you girls remember Houston, the porn star?
Yes.
One of my good friends, Kim. She did a very famous movie back in the day, the Houston 500, and it was this big gangbang. Ron Jeremy, another friend of ours, was the final 500th person. And when he entered her, he literally did a countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7. And each time he entered her, and on number 1, he pulled out and came all over her.
Cut it out.
He could completely control his orgasms like that.
I guess that's a good thing that he went last.
Hello.
Timing, everyone's like, let's go.
True enough.
But he showed me once, and I'm actually pretty good at it now. Even porn stars need to turn to other porn stars for a little help with sex every so often. I didn't even fucking know much about the G-spot until 10 years ago.
Well, every time I finger a girl when I'm with them, when she's like laying on her back, I usually use like the index finger, the middle finger, and sometimes I even go for a third. But it's just like you were just talking, just like a rapid fire motion, which it seems like they get off more the faster and the harder you go. Certain women really get off on that, but not to a point of squirting.
No.
I haven't done that yet.
Okay, so that would be yours. I fucking like it, Harry. Christy Cannon here, Vivid Radio Sirius XM, talking about what porn star, male or female, would you like to teach you something to be a better lover? Maybe you're going to pick Ginger Lynn to teach you how to stick your cock properly up a girl's ass. She was always known for her fucking anal, baby. Always known for her anal. Who would you pick, Sapphire?
It would probably be Marcus London as well, because squirting is what I love to accomplish. So
Yeah.
I just want to be able to tell somebody properly, like, look, this is how you're going to make me come.
Yeah. I wish we could get him on air.
We would need like a whole splat mat.
We really would.
We would have to cover the whole entire place in splat mat material.
They would look like Dexter.
Exactly. I was just about to say that. Great mind.
You'd have to. But that is somebody that in the porn business that taught me how to find a girl's G-spot.
But you know who I also would want someone to teach me is Aiden, how to be more of a dominatrix.
Yes. And see, for that, only because I know her better, I love Aiden, but I fucking am in love with Nikki Hunter. And she was the first dom that I really ever got to know really well. I would absolutely pick Nikki Hunter to teach me how to be a dom. I fucking get away with it. I mean, I'm pretty good at it for a faux dom, but it's definitely not my specialty. But I'm pretty good at getting our guys off that want a little dom work here on Vivid Radio, Sirius XM. Who would you pick to teach you what? 855-998-4843, 855-99-VIVID. Going on to my boyfriend, Joey.
Hello, my all-natural Armenian sex goddess. How are you today on this hump day?
You know what? Doing really fucking well. I love trying different things with one of my lovers, and to do that with the neighbor today. And his car obviously didn't get washed. He left and it looked like soap suds just fucking everywhere, dried up on it. But I love the whole role play and the act and getting that hose and being sexy with it and watering me down and filling up my pussy with that water and just
variety is the spice of life, they say.
You know what? And it is. And he's game for almost anything like that. I don't know anything that he has ever said no to. And I love that I could just explore different things with him. I mean, I didn't know if I was going to look like a buffoon in those little Daisy Duke cutoff shorts with that little tight tank top crossing my titties and squeezing my belly and my hips in. But it was so much fun. And just the turn on.
I bet it was picture perfect.
You know what? It was. And just the turn on of reaching over the car with my ass out there, with my pussy lips showing, rubbing the car hood down in those little motions, looking at him, having no idea if I was even cleaning anything on the car. But that to me was the foreplay, the sex show, the taking, like at one point I crouched down in front of the, whatever that thing is called in front of bumper, grill, whatever.
Yeah,
and like
you're such an exhibitionist.
Swiping it from one side to the next, and like my knees were jetted out. I was down on my ass was 1 inch from the ground, kind of bobbing my ass up and down as I was rubbing it. Just fucking playing, having fun in this hot, crazy sunshine that we're having here in Porn Valley.
It all comes so natural for you, though. That's the cool thing. You were a great star, a great dancer. Now you play with our minds with your voice, and it just never ends. You just constantly evolving into more seductive woman every day of your life.
I love you.
You can't help it.
Thank you. I love you.
And if I would go to college, I would have to have 2 teachers in my course, because I would have to have the male and female perspective on the subject that I would be taking.
Oh God, tell me. You only call when you got a good one.
I'd take Pussy Eating 101, and the 2 teachers would have to be Ron Jeremy and Nina Hartley.
I knew it. I honestly, I've had a lot of people licking my pussy, male and female. I've never had anyone as good as those 2. And come to find out years later, she taught him, she being Nina Hartley, taught Ron Jeremy how to eat pussy. And you know what? The proof is in the mouth.
That was when I seen the tweet. I said, you know what? That would be the ultimate class, because I've heard Christy say 1,000 times that Ron Jeremy eats pussy like no other. So I want to get on that level of Ron Jeremy. That way, when I meet you, I can lick your pussy better than Ron Jeremy.
I love that. And what would you said that there was another one, or was it one with 2 teachers?
No, that was it. It had to be 2 teachers for one subject. That way I would get the male and female perspective, because, men do things one way, women do things another way. I mean, we can't help it. It's in our nature. Well, men are a little rougher than women. Women are a little more gentle than men, unless they're dominant. Like Mickey Hunter can be as rough as a man.
Yes. Yes, and yet I bet with her personal lover or lovers, she's just a little pussycat.
Really?
I do.
And you know what?
I do think that.
On the flip side, if there was another subject that I would take, I'd take BDSM from Mistress D. Severe.
Oh, absolutely. And her boyfriend would be like the guinea pig. That man used to let us do it. She is another one, Mistress D. Severe, on my old shows, as you remember. She taught me how to do so much to a man's body. Sounds, the little thing that goes in his pee-pee hole. She didn't teach me how to peg somebody, because I've already done that. But, she fine-tuned that for me. I mean, she is an amazing teacher, because that's her fucking life.
Yep, she doesn't just play that. She lives that.
She does.
That, to me, so many people turn it on and off. She doesn't. It's, 24/7. And, I mean, we all know that a lot of people in the business, they do their job and they go home and they become somebody else. She's not one of those people. She's a true dom. And
she is through and through. Baby, I fucking love you, and your choices are perfect. Nina Hartley and Ron Jeremy, to teach them how to lick that pussy just a little bit better. Nothing wrong with fine-tuning a little something here and there. Baby, it is Hump Day Wednesday with your girl, Christy Canyon. Where are we going to next, babe? What should we fucking talk about sexually here on Vivid Radio Sirius XM? I'm thinking a little face sitting. I'm thinking a little Dom coming in later on for Premium Hour, who I haven't seen in far too long. What would you do to me if you could dominate me? What the fuck would you do if you were in charge of me, Christy Canyon? What would you make me do? What position would you make me get in? What would you stick inside me? What would you blindfold me with? How would you dom me if you had the chance to dom me for a change? 855-998-4843, 855-99-VIVID. Check out ChristyCanyon.com with all of my films, VOD 24/7, thousands of my photos. And of course, grab a copy of my book, Lights, Camera, Sex at ChristyCanyon.com. Coming back with, what would you do to me if you could dom me for a night?